All right, friends. So this is my confession. Um, I am not very good when it comes to organization, and my channel is largely about reselling, self development, accomplishment, and really just personal growth, and that takes place in everything. So in order for me to have a nice workflow for my business and to be really really organized, like it starts just with me personally. And one thing that I've identified for myself is that I really need to get better with organizational skills. And so that's one thing that I'm going to be working at. I'm going to be trying to develop and trying to get better at. I always want to be as transparent as possible, and I want my wisdom to come from reality. Like I don't want to just, be living on what other people are doing and, just what they've accomplished and how they've developed in areas. Like I personally want to, have a testimony. Like I want to be able to, speak to you from my experiences and what I've learned. And so, you can see here that I am just really, really not very organized. And so, um, like I said, I've identified that and I've come to the conclusion that this is something that, I need help with. I would say probably up until last week, if you would have asked me if I was an organized person, I would have told you, yeah, yeah, I'm pretty organized. But, really it took for me being at one of our friends' house and noticing his garage and how like clean and how like everything was in place and it had order that I realized, I'm not very organized because normally I'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty organized. I can, have this just like that. I just don't have, all the tools, or I just don't have all the little equipment that he has in order to make it organized. But then I started looking around at more and more stuff, and my actions betrayed me because I look in here in my, office and it's a disaster. I look in the garage and it's a disaster. I look in my car. I won't say it's a disaster, but it's not just, as clean as I would like it. And to be honest with you, in school, I was that kid who was not very organized. I'm talking about the backpack, the binders. Like I would just have papers just thrown in there, right? And it'd be hilarious because the teacher would be like, all right, let's turn this in. And I'm like, oh crap, like which paper is that? And I had to literally like dump out the whole bag or empty out the whole binder and literally spend like ten minutes trying to find, the paper that she's talking about. So it was just horrible. And I just think that whenever you are organized, it makes for just a more efficient and an easier life, especially like even in business, like my workflow, is very interrupted because, I don't really have clarity of mind because, everything's so jumbled because I have stuff all over the place. But if I were to, really organize things and keep my workflow, nice and smooth, then it's going to help me out, with everything. And so that's one thing I'm going to be working on this week is just trying to get organized, trying to work on those skills. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it because I want this to be done right. All right, guys. So you can see that I went ahead and made a few changes. The area is a lot more organized than it was before. It was basically a disaster. And so now everything is just, it's pretty clutter free for the most part. I got rid of, many of the clothing items that were waiting to, have their pictures taken or, that were ready to be put in inventory. And, the decision that I made is I'm no longer going to keep the inventory in this room. So this room will strictly be used for just office and administrative type work. And I'm going to, have my pictures taken and all the clothing items at my mom's house because we got her set up, got her the lighting kit, and we made her a nice little board where she can take pictures on. I actually will probably do a video on that because it's actually pretty cool. That way you guys, if you want that option, you can set that up. That way you don't have to hang up stuff. It could be a flat lay, but that's another video. But like I said, we were able to get that done. We're going to keep that stuff over at her. at her house. That's going to help me out, preserve some mental real estate for me. And then I'll just be able to just focus on, like I said, just the computer stuff that needs to be done, the strategizing and the brainstorming and all that good stuff. So, this was something that needed to be done. I know that I am not the best when it comes to organization, and I've just had to meet that truth head on, especially if my business is to progress. If I am to move to that next level, I've got to be honest with myself and just be very, very transparent. And there's a lot of other issues and a lot of other things that I have to work on as well, but this was just the first one that I wanted to work on. And I know that by me clearing out this space and doing the little changes that I did, that doesn't mean that I'm out of the woods, because this is a skill that has to be developed. And so I'm actively looking for opportunities where I can work on my organizational skills. You saw, the garage. That's going to be another project. I'm going to, try to go all in on my garage and just make it look really, really good. If I have to buy some stuff, little hooks and, different equipment so that it can really look good, then, so be it, I'll do that. But, the main thing is that you progress, that you continue to keep growing, and, whatever it is that's hindering you in your business, if you are very slow at listing, if you're not good at taking pictures, if you're not good at keeping up with paperwork, and this can be any type of business, you just got to identify what it is that you're not doing very well and start working on that or outsource it. So I've been able to do that, and I'm going to keep pushing that, and I'm going to keep working on a lot of the deficiencies that I have. And, hopefully, we'll get this thing going the right direction. So, guys, I really appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you have any areas that you're working on right now and you want to be transparent about, drop them in the comments below. This is a community. Definitely want to know what you're doing to try to combat that and overcome it. So look forward to connecting with you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you later.